Hello everyone, my name is Devendra and I've been living in Vietnam for more than 3 years now. I'm going to tell you about where I would visit if coming to Vietnam for the very first time. People ask me what should their itinerary be for a 4-day visit or a 7-day visit or a 10-day visit. So I'm just going to tell you in this video where I would travel if I was to come here for the very first time. So if I was coming here for between 4 to 7 days, I would land in Hanoi. And in Hanoi, I would spend 1 day, the first night in Hanoi. In Hanoi, I would stay in the old quarter, and that's a beautiful, wonderful place to explore Hanoi and to get acquainted with Vietnam. And from there, I would go to Halong Bay, which is obviously synonymous with Vietnam and is probably Vietnam's number 1 tourist destination. But I would just do a day trip to Halong Bay and go on to Ninh Binh, which is not very far from there. And Ninh Binh is also called the Halong Bay on land because while in Halong Bay you're on the ocean, in Ninh Binh there is no ocean, but you're on in a valley of limestone cliffs with wonderful lakes and canals and mountains. So I would spend a night in Ninh Binh and explore Ninh Binh and just be in the peaceful environment of Ninh Binh, the greenery and the boat rides and the exploration of caves. After Ninh Binh, I would come back to Hanoi and go up to Sapa with the Hai Yang Loop, and that's to cater to people who like mountains and mountains which are very big mountains. So Sapa is beautiful in that respect if you can handle heights. And then I would come back to Hanoi. So we had spent 1 night in Hanoi, 1 night in Ninh Binh, the third night we could spend in Sapa, and we come back to Hanoi and take a flight to my favorite place in Vietnam, and that's the place that I've been living in for the last 3 years. We fly from Hanoi to Da Nang, and we can stay in Da Nang or in the adjoining city of Hoi An. Hoi An is the ancient town, a very old port, and it still maintains the architecture and buildings from centuries ago, and it's a fascinating place. So I would stay in Da Nang or Hoi An for 2 nights because I would explore Da Nang with all its wonderful beaches, including My Khe, which is world famous, but also go along to the Son Tra Peninsula and look at the Linh Ung Pagoda there, maybe even walk to the lighthouse there in the Son Tra Peninsula. And then if I have time, I will go to Lang Co Beach over Hai Van Pass, which is the most beautiful pass along the mountains and overlooking the ocean. And we can go to Lang Co, and if you have more time, we could spend 1 more day in Hue, which is a beautiful ancient capital of Vietnam in the central part of Vietnam. Of course, then we need to visit Bana Hills. Bana Hills has the longest cable car in the world. That itself is a very great reason to do that trip. But up on Bana Hills, you have an amusement park, kind of a European feel amusement park with many things to do there, including amusement park games and restaurants, cafes, etc. And of course, you have the Golden Bridge where you can take wonderful photographs and videos. So we will explore Da Nang, Bana Hills, go up to Hue. In between, we can stop at Lang Co Beach between Hue and Da Nang, and then we explore Hoi An. And if you are into diving and snorkeling, we can also go to Cù Lao Cham Island. There are 5 islands just off the coast of Hoi An, which you can go by a 30-minute boat ride, and you can do scuba diving and snorkeling there. And if you have more time, even spend a night in Cù Lao Cham, because it's very peaceful, beautiful, and you have isolated beaches there. And then from Da Nang and Hoi An, we would head back to Hanoi, not to Hanoi, sorry. We go to Ho Chi Minh City, which is also called Saigon, and is the commercial capital of Vietnam. It's a bustling city with things to do, and we are sitting here in an amusement park at Vinhomes. So there are many things to do for children and for grown-ups in Saigon. Museums to explore, walking streets, night markets, and many more things to do in Saigon. Apart from Saigon, people go to the Cu Chi tunnels, but It's not in my recommendation. I mean, sorry, but I've not gone there personally, but I have no interest also very much in going there, though I've seen a movie about it and I find the concept very interesting, but I'm a bit claustrophobic and I don't like to go underground in small spaces. But from Ho Chi Minh, we can fly to Con Dao. Con Dao are the most exclusive islands in Vietnam, in my opinion, because there are less tourists there, and you can even watch the turtles come on the beaches to hatch eggs, to lay eggs, and then the hatchlings, the baby turtles, when they hatch, run out into the ocean for the very first time. So there are many amazing experiences in Con Dao that you can experience. It doesn't have many hotels. It's got just a few 5-star properties and small homestays. But Con Dao is a must-visit destination in Vietnam for the people who really like adventure. Then, of course, for families, my top recommendation in Vietnam, of course, is not to miss not going to Phu Quoc. And the Phu Quoc Island has surely the best beaches in Vietnam, with emerald waters. It's got luxurious resorts. It's got moderately priced accommodation. It's got cheap accommodation, and it's got again amusement parks and a long cable car going on the ocean itself. So this would be my itinerary, because from Phu Quoc you can fly to Bangkok and to India and to many other countries around the world. So you can go back to your home from Phu Quoc itself. So that is my itinerary. This is my itinerary, which starts from Hanoi city and covers Halong Bay, Ninh Binh, Sapa Haiyang Loop, Da Nang, Hoi An, and Hue if possible, and then heading on to Ho Chi Minh City, going to Con Dao if you really have 1 or 2 days extra, and then not to miss Phu Quoc Islands. That is my recommendation to all of you. Thanks for watching this video, and look out for detailed videos on all of these places. And especially the next video I'm going to be doing is about Da Nang, the 10 reasons why I love living in Da Nang. And not just as a tourist, but as a person who lives there round the year. And there are many people like me from various countries who are choosing to make Da Nang their home. They like to work there, they like to retire there and live there. So let's talk about that in a different video. Thanks for watching this video, and goodbye from Saigon. Have a great day wherever you are.